Hi there, this is the Blind Market Watcher again, back with some prediction on the airline sector. Before I begin, I want to have a quick disclaimer that I'm not a financial professional. So for financial advice, please, and investment advice, please seek a financial professional to do that. What I want to share with you is just my point of view and my take on the sector, and these are predictions. So please be take it with a bit of caution. Um, so today is July 19th. It's about what 6 o'clock ish, and and there's an earnings release for American Airlines tomorrow. So I thought I'd take the time to do a quick video and put down my prediction for what's going to be the earnings tomorrow. So let's see how accurate I am, and also want to share with you some perspective about the earnings. This For this particular stock, American Airlines, ticker symbol AAL. So my prediction for the June quarter or second quarter earnings or EPS, and I'm going to make a distinction, adjusted EPS will be in the neighborhood, well, actually, I would just say that it will be north of $1.80. I know that according to NASDAQ, the consensus estimate is at $1.58. And in fact, a few months ago, I saw it as low as like 60 cents or 59 cents or something like that. But it's been tracking up in recent weeks. Obviously, as the other airlines have come out with strong earnings, the consensus have been tracking, and guidance as well. The company's guided to something like $1.25. I believe they upped the guidance from $1.25 to range is $1.25 to $1.45 range, and they upped their guidance to I think $1.45 to $1.65. But I actually think that the earnings will come based on some simple calculations I've done, and this is just for prediction purposes. But based on what I see, it should be north of $1.80 for adjusted earnings. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes higher, based on how strong the demand environment is, and just the strength of the recovery. The business segment is still in recovery mode. They're not fully recovered from pre-pandemic, but the other segments of the business is much stronger than it was in 2019, and so it's, in my opinion, has more than made up for the difference. And so in my personal opinion, I believe this particular stock is really undervalued. That said, I've seen so many bumps with this stock, so many ups and downs, and very very heavy pullback. So I'm not going to even forecast where the stock will go in the near term. But I believe in the long term, there's a lot of upside potential, given the strength of the earnings. And so this earnings that I've mentioned, I think it will come with a revenue prediction of something between 14.4 and between 14.4 and 14.7 billion in revenue. I think American Airlines has a slightly has a smaller international presence than United and Delta, and so I do believe that they their earnings may not come in as strong from a total revenue point of view, but from an EPS point of view, I think it'll be rather strong. And I think from a long-term perspective, and given where the stocks stand and the strength and the health of the balance sheet, I think they are aggressively paying down their debt and strengthening the balance sheet, and so I think that this will definitely help to this will definitely help in the case of a higher stock price. But in any case, I'll try to keep it to prediction for this quarter and for this year. So I think that there's a small chance that the airline will actually raise their guidance during the earnings call. I think, or before the earnings, at the earnings release. I think they might raise the guidance tomorrow from the 250 to 350 range. I think they will lose that $2 handle. I think it will be between 350 and 450, some neighborhood like that. But definitely, they will drop that $2 handle because I just see the earnings for the rest of the year is relatively strong. And yeah, I just see that there's an update in the guidance, I believe, and I think it's a positive update. So we'll see. So my midpoint for the EPS for the year is $4. There's a possibility of stronger business recovery happen in the fall. It could be even higher, but I think that's for now. I think that is what the company will guide to. I don't know. It's just a prediction. So another prediction is that their margin will probably be around the 15% mark, adjusted margin. Let me say that because this is a strange quarter because there is the pilot contract being considered for ratification, and there's that one-time payment and et cetera, and it's just the latest labor or wages increases, and so a lot of these things are special items or one-time things, so it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly the earnings, but I believe that the adjusted earning will be north of 180. Also, the prospect of them, introducing or reintroducing a share buyback. In this case, it would be actually a dilution correction because they had to dilute a lot of share during the pandemic. I think there's just a very small chance of them doing it in July, August, but nevertheless, there's a chance. They certainly have the liquidity to do that. I believe last time I looked, they were sitting something above 14 billion in liquidity, but I think that they would probably opt to pay down the debt. And at some point in the very near future, I think they might bring down the debt to a point even lower than United Airlines. So, which is what's definitely new for American, especially considering the last 5 or 6 years, where they've always carried a much larger debt load. But yeah, there's there's always that share buyback, and it will happen when it happens. So it'll happen in the future. I can't say exactly when, but I think they do have the liquidity to pull something like that off. And with a midpoint of a $4 EPS, in my opinion, and if they do hit this $4 EPS for the year, I think that the P multiple here is really, really, really low, and makes this a very good, compelling long-term buy, and for me especially. Yeah, that's my prediction. Hope to come back and do another video after the earnings to see if any of my thoughts are consistent with the performance. Until then, thanks for watching the video, and I hope you're doing well.